Hello, guys. Welcome. My name is Joshua, and this is JC Consult. We've been able to assist a lot of students and students studying their dream country with good scholarships. And currently, we help students apply for schools for fall 2024, and currently we are helping them with mock interview. We're going through several interview transcripts to give them the heads up so that then the kind of questions they should expect when they go for their F1 visa interview. That's why today I'm live and we are here to go through some transcripts and see if we can train ourselves on a mock interview. And today's topic is how you are going to answer what are your plans after school? What are your plans? No, no. Today's topic is not what are your plans. Today's topic is let me check it well. Today's topic is how to answer what has changed about your application. Um, I know we are different people with different destinies, different different belief, different faith, and everything. Okay, we have different destinies. Um, we all have different destinies. I might go for my interview just once, and I'll be granted interview. Like I'll be granted a visa. Some two will go for the interview like 2 or 3 or 5 times before they'll be granted a visa. So in a situation where you apply for the visa and you were denied the first time, and probably you are preparing the second time. So if you are preparing the second time for your interview, there's a likelihood that the first question the visa officer will ask is, what has changed about your application? Yeah, so I remember me myself when I was going for the interview. That was my second time. I was denied the first time. I got denied the first time, so I was preparing the second time, and I had to prepare myself for that particular question. That what has changed about your application? Yeah, what has changed? But as I said the last time, I remember when I went for the interview. I remember when I went for the interview, the visa officer was a new young lady. So it looks like that was her first time or the first year interview student. So she didn't ask me that question. So I was glad she didn't ask me. Whether she asked me or not, I was prepared with an answer to give her. But fortunately or unfortunately, she did not ask me that question at all. At all. Yeah. So she did not ask me that question. But I believe most students, from the various transcripts that we've seen students being asked such a question. Students being asked such a question. So I think I've ever discussed this topic, but today is a special topic. So I need to still go through it, and we gotta get through again. So when you go to the interview and they ask you what has changed about your application, I think the last time I said talk about the school. If your school has changed, number one, you need to talk about the school. Number two, you talk about your scholarship. So the school and the scholarship, these are the major factors. And if your sponsor has changed too, you can also talk about it. So these three factors, if the school has changed, you can let the visa officer know that, last year or last 2 years, I was here with University of what? Missouri University of Science and Technology. Missouri University of Science and Technology with no funding. Then you talk about the funding with no funding. But this year, or this fall 2024, I'm here with what? Southern Connecticut State University with a fully funded scholarship. And also my sponsor, initially you can talk about your sponsor. So you can say initially your sponsor was my uncle. No, me for me, my sponsor was my dad, but my dad is out of the country, and it's because of that, I am going to what? I am coming to this interview with what? My uncle, in the person of this who does this. You can choose to explain a little. If the visa officer is not cutting you, then you can go ahead and talk about that. You understand? So guys, I have the link in the comment section. All those who would like to join us on stage to be interviewed, you can join us. Yeah, so these are the I think these are the very, very important factor because that's what I'm saying. A lot of people, per the transcript you went through the last time, a lot of students have been denied because of scholarship. I always say that make sure your scholarship is higher than your deficit. And that's why when they ask you what has changed about your application, you can talk about the school, how your school has changed, because it will let the visa officer know that when you were denied the first time, there were 5,000 universities in the US. So when you got denied, you were still searching. You sent code emails to professors in different schools. You will apply to a lot of schools. You send code emails. You apply to a lot of scholarship. So this time you are coming. Initially, you had you. So you see, everyone's situation is different. Probably there might be something, or probably you can talk up to the visa officer that you were not very confident in the first interview, but this time you went through several mock interviews, and this time you are very what your confidence level is so high, so that's why you came back again to be interviewed. Very great point. You can add this to the points that I said. So you can talk about the school, you talk about the scholarship. Initially, it was zero funding. This time, you were able to secure $50,000 scholarship. You understand? $50,000. So it should tell you that this time the scholarship package has changed. Then you can also talk about your sponsor. Your sponsor has changed from this person, and you need to tell the visa officer why your sponsor has changed. Because if for me, if I was not asked that question, but if I was asked why my dad was sponsoring me initially, but this time my dad, and the answer is very simple. My dad is out of the country, so he wouldn't be able to print his bank statement for me. So that's why my uncle will be sponsoring me this time. You need to give a reason, or probably your dad is not well. Your dad is not well, and your dad is not financially strong at that time. That's why. But I don't think you need to tell the visa officer your dad is not financially strong. It can be that he's out of the country, so he only be able to print his bank statement for you to defend at the embassy. So guys, that's basically. Then you can talk about your confidence, because I remember I always tell you that join mock interview, because why do you have to join mock interview? To build your self confidence. That's what I'm saying. If you have a very great story, but your confidence level is low, it you might be denied. You might be denied. Yeah, you might be denied. So if you go back and do your homework, and this time you come back very, very strong, that means, and how do you come back very strong when you are not joining mock interview? It doesn't work that way. You need to put in effort. The good scholarship you have, the story you are creating, you need to go through several mock interview. I'm not the only one who does live mock interview. There are other YouTubers who are also doing mock interview. So you can join mine, you can join VS and train yourself. Join as many mock interview you can. You can join. That's why I also told you to get a jotter, write all the 16 questions and answers, give it to somebody, make it a habit. Make it a habit. Go through these questions over and over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. And that is how you will be training yourself to be very confident and very bold. So guys, that's basically what are your plans? What has changed about your application? And I believe this is something that has changed. This is something, yeah. So so this is basically about when the visa officer asks you what has changed about your application. That is how you are going to tell the visa. So these 4 points. Number one, if your school has changed, you can tell the visa officer, initially you came with this school, but this time, you see, there should be a comparison. I came with Missouri University of Science and Technology initially, but this with zero funding. Then you talk about the funding with zero funding, but this time you came with what? Southern Connecticut State University with full tuition waiver. Yes. So that means there has been a bridge gap. There have been a big difference. That is why the visa officer that you came and you did what? You came initially. You see, the USMSD, I think is I can't say that what they are doing is good or not. With the Canadian embassy, when you are denied, with the Canadian embassy, when you're and the UK embassy, another I think the embassies all over the world, when you are denied, they will let you know the reason they get you denied. But with the US, they don't want to tell you why you were denied. You need to figure it out. So me, I believe that maybe the US, that is why when a lot of students go for the interview, that's why every day over 100 students go for the interview, but just 15 to 20 students or 15 to 20% are awarded a visa and 80 to 85% are denied visa. So it looks like Americans are in for what? The few smart ones. Because I came for the interview. You did not tell me the reason, but you want me to figure it out the next time I come. And you're not telling me why I got denied, but you're also telling me that you when I got and I guess denied the first time and I come the second time. This same visa officers who did not tell me why I was denied the first time will be asking me what has changed about my application. What has changed? So me, I believe, you see, we can't criticize it so much. But I believe that they want you to be a thinker. They want you to know what went wrong. Sometimes it can even be how you failed your DS 160. Probably you not feel your DS 160 well. You do not have enough knowledge, or you do not have somebody to go through your DS 160 for you. That is why you made petty mistakes in your DS 160. So this time you came back strong, and you've been able to what? Go put in a good DS 160, and that is why this time you came with what? A fully funded or a good scholarship. A good word scholarship. So guys, take note. And so these are the kind of responses you can tell the visa officer when they ask you what has changed about what? Your application. What has changed about what? Your application. So guys, if there are questions about this topic, because if you are denied the first or the second time, so let's say you are denied 2 times. If you are denied 2 and you're going for your 3rd interview and they ask what has changed, so you can talk about the second time you came, because the first one is past because you already spoke about the first one, the second time when you went. So when you go for the 3rd time, what changed about application? You can tell the visa officer what happened in your last interview. So the second school that you came, this time is the 3rd. You can, but if you are maintained, so one problem that I have with a lot of students is that they go the same university, they get denied. They come again. Nothing has changed. And nothing has changed. And you are going to the interview. You see, most of our students are very lazy. You apply to school, your scholarship was low, or you have a low scholarship. You went and you were denied. That's why I always advise that it's up to you, the student, to search more schools. Send code emails to more schools. Send code emails to more schools. You understand? But some people are very reluctant. They apply to one school or they get admission with zero funding. Then they stick to that school the following year. And they defer or they reapply to that same school. They are reapply and they get the same zero funding. You get the same zero funding. So and you want to pay MRV fee and visa fee, MRV and service fee. That's wrong. So at least when you are denied visa, you need to sit down and think through what has changed about your application. You need to think through. So if you're not thinking through, you were denied and you didn't bother about it. You did not bother about it. And you are coming back, the visa officer will deny you again because nothing has changed about your application. So the visa officer will deny you again because you came with zero funding and you are coming back zero funding. So within that 1 year, nothing changed within 1 year, really. And probably let's say you wrote a GRE. Maybe coming first time when I went, I did not write a GRE. and maybe this time I'm writing the GRE. So you can tell the visa officer, oh, initially I did not write the GRE exams, but this time I wrote the GRE. And that was how come I was able to secure the tuition waiver the second time. So it's a plus. You did online courses. There are courses. So if you check my YouTube videos description, I've put links on what Coursera.org and the eds.org. These are two platforms that you can go and learn Microsoft Word. These are free courses. You can learn Microsoft Excel. You can learn anything about the program that you're going to do, about business finance. I think I did chemistry, and I even saw they have chemistry programs. They are teaching for free. So as the way, and I think I did Python. I did Python. Yeah. So in a way, Python for, I think, beginners. It's a coding platform. So you can tell the visa officer that when you are denied initially, this time you went to write the GRE or the SAT exams, or you did online courses, or this time you're able to send cold emails to more professors and you're able to secure what good assistantship or good what, or you apply to more schools and more scholarships, and this time you've been able to secure good spot or good scholarship. So guys, when you ask that question, that is how you are. So you need to compare and contrast what happened in your first attempt or the second attempt and what has changed this time. So that is what. So when they ask you what has changed about your application, and there's 90% chances that, or 99% that, if you are denied the first time or the second, the visa officer, when you go, the visa officer will know that you've been here before. And most of them can be like, have you been here before? You say, yes, I've been here. And they'll ask, the next question will be like, what has changed about your application? What has changed? Because if you came with zero funding, it's gonna be on your machine, on your system, that you do not come with funding. So this time, what has changed? I hope you get it, guys. So if you have any question, you can put in, and yeah, you can put in, and I think we will be good. We will be good. We will be good. We will be fine. Okay. So if you have any question, you can put in the comment section. Benjamin Edwards, what about the reason for denial in your DS1C? So when you go for the interview and you are denied, they'll give you a sheet. I think section 214B. Yeah, 214B. So whatever information, so keep that sheet. And I know a lot of people, when you are denied because you are angry, you fold that sheet or you tear it and you throw it away because you're angry. But the information on that sheet, for me, when I got denied the first time, I did not throw it away. I kept it. So when I was filling my DS160 for the following year, when I was coming back, I went to pick that sheet and I went to. If you read, you could see that it's written you've been denied under section 214B under the U.S. Constitution, whatever is there. So please, that's so. When I was filling the DS160, I wrote it there. I was denied and I was section 214B of Immigration Act. What is there? So that's how you're going to put on the DS160. I hope I have been able to answer your question, Benjamin Edward. I hope I have been able to answer your question. Yeah. So that's basically it. So if there's any extra question, I have the link in the comment section. You can join us on screen or on stage so that you will be able. And if you're preparing for your interview, join us and let us go through some section of what mock interview, and that is why we are here. Yeah, yesterday I couldn't make it yesterday because I had an appointment. I was busy elsewhere. I couldn't make it. So we'll be here today, tomorrow too. We're gonna be here, and throughout the weekend, we're gonna be here. We are training ourselves to be a better version of ourselves so that when we go to the interview, we are going to be approved. What's the online study site? The online, you can search Coursera. Let me put in the comment section. So you go to Google, you just search Coursera, like course, then you add RA, so Coursera. And the other one is EDX. So I just pin in the comments. So Coursera, when you Google Coursera, the first option, just click on it. It's going to take you to it's free. And some of the courses, some of the courses they charge, but you can request what you can. There's an option where you'll be given the opportunity to give them the reason why you want to study for free. So me, I wrote to them that I'm the firstborn of my family, and I have like 3 siblings. My parents are not financially strong, so I'm the one as a firstborn taking care of my younger kids, and even as well as what my parents. So there's a lot of burden on me. So if they can waive, and I have a dream to study my master's in chemistry, becoming like the chemist that I want to be. So if I'm writing this email or this letter so that they will be able to what waive the program, the cost of the program, or the fee, to waive the fee for me. So for me, I did that, and they did it. So at least you need to write a very touching story as to why they should waive the fee for you, so that you can take the course for free. So Coursera.com or Coursera.org, I think it's .com or one of them, and we have EDX, EDX, active X, your ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, EDX.org. So you just search on Google EDX. The first option will lead you to the place. So guys, that's basically it, and let's go through a series of mock. So anybody who is ready, I think Obed Roxon is in. Obed Roxon, you can unmute yourself. Then we keep it rolling. We keep it rolling. We keep it rolling. We keep it rolling. And yep. We keep it rolling. So guys, anyone who is ready, unmute yourself, and let's start with the mock interview. Let me get what happened.
Thank you very much, Josh.
You're welcome.
Please, can I be heard?
Yeah, and I think I have a testimony. One of the guys who has been watching I think one of my viewers got his visa approved, and he was waiting for it. He got an email from DHL that his visa is ready for pickup. So guys, the whole process is not easy. You need to put in the right effort to get what you want. Yeah, and you can be successful in whatever you are doing. Yeah, so Obed Roxanne, we keep it rolling. I hope you can hear me. Hello, Obed. Obed, can you hear me? So guys, those who are interested, Lawrence.
So please, can I be heard?
Yes, I can.
I'm just putting a link in the comment section. You can join us by clicking on the link. You can join us and be interviewed and prepare yourself enough for your interview. Rox, when is your interview?
My interview is in July 17th.
Oh, July 17th. Next week we are is it next week? We are already in July already, all right? Because June is ending. So maybe this weekend.
Yes,
let me see when is first. First is what?
Yes.
Let me check the calendar. So first is Monday. Wow. So that means next week Monday we are already in a new month. Hey, the June came so quick. Today I was just lying down and I saw today is 27th. I said, wow. So June has ended. And I have no money. God. All right, so let's keep it rolling.
Before
yes,
that, Josh, I sent you my access to my DS160 portal.
Oh, so you were the one.
you
were the one who sent me a message there.
Yes, I was the one.
Yeah. So when immediately we are done with this session, please let me go through before anything. Let me go through.
Yes, please.
Maybe I'm busy. If you don't chase me, you not get me. Yeah. And those who want to pay
Yes.
your service fee, don't forget. If you send me message to pay service fee, please, and I don't respond, call me. Because sometimes the message are so many. Call me. If your case is emergency, call. If your case is not emergency and you are making just inquiries, just send me a message. I'll come and respond. But if yours is emergency, let's say you want to pay service fee and your interview is closed, call me. These are the people who can call. Those who are bringing me money, they don't want. They can. If you're not bringing me money, just leave the message. I'll respond at the right time. All right. So let's start. Pass me your documents. Yeah, pass me your documents, sir.
Yeah, they are, sir.
What are you going to do in the US?
Here they are, sir.
So what are you going to do in the US?
I'm going to the United States to pursue a 2-year Master of Science program in accounting at East Carolina University, located in Greenville. This program would equip me with expertise regarding preparing cross-border financial statements so that upon graduation, I would leverage on this skill set to gain an advanced position with my current employer, First Atlantic Bank, as a senior accountant, and also to improve my NGO, Impact Club, where I would be involved in training finance committee members on preparing comprehensive financial statements. So I'm talking because you've not cut me. Like you said.
Oh, no
You
problem, no
said,
problem. Today
okay, sure.
I'm going to be cutting you more, so don't worry. So why did you choose
Yeah,
this
sure.
university?
East Carolina University offered me an out-of-state tuition waiver and a scholarship opportunity, which would help offset all my tuition fees I'm required to pay, and also to work as a graduate assistant with the director of the College of Business, Professor Linda Quick, where I would oversee undergraduate coursework and their grading. And being under her tutelage and guidance would help improve my professional development as a student. Also, East Carolina University has a prestigious research center known as the Bureau of Business Research, which makes its MSc accounting highly ranked in the United States. East Carolina University also has a flexible training curriculum where they invite expertise from the finance industry and accounting industry to update their students, especially the accounting students, on whatever improvisation that is happening on the financial environment. So East Carolina University would be the best fit for me, given
How
that
many schools do you
it
apply
will
to?
help me. I applied to 2 schools: University of Texas Rio Grande, located in Brownsville, and also East Carolina University. But I chose East Carolina University because they offered me an out-of-state tuition waiver and a scholarship opportunity, as well as to work as a graduate assistant with the director of the College of Business, Professor Linda Quick, which would help improve me as a professional while studying in the US.
Why this program?
I already have a background degree in accounting, completing with a first class graduate from the University of Professional Studies. And being in the financial industry, I've observed that most of our financial institutions, especially those who have cross-border presence outside Ghana, outsource preparing their own consolidated financial statements. This program would help build my expertise on preparing cross-border financial statements so that upon my return, I would leverage on this skill set to help our financial institutions prepare their own consolidated financial statements. And also, this program would help me align with a 5-year strategic vision of my current bank, First
Why
Atlantic Bank,
apply
given that we
somewhere?
are expanding. Upon graduation, I'll return to Ghana, my institution, First Atlantic Bank, to take an advanced role as a senior accountant, where I would leverage on the skill sets from the program to prepare our consolidated financial statements of cash flows, given that we are currently expanding from 35 branches to 42, and this expertise is a much required addition for our extension plans. And also, as the vice president of my volunteering club, Impact Club Network, I would leverage on the skill set from the program to help finance committee members from various NGO to prepare comprehensive financial reports that would help donors know what their monies are being used for, so that our NGOs will continue to thrive in Ghana.
What do you do for a living?
I work as an accounting assistant with First Atlantic Bank. My duties include preparing end of day financial reports for our 5 branches. I process payment vouchers. I prepare
How were you able to
impress
secure?
payments
How were you able to secure scholarship?
relief documentations, and also I review our tax
How were you?
deduction settlement files into our posting ledgers.
How were you able to secure scholarship?
Please come again.
How were you able, or how
Upon
did you
submitting a
secure
competitive
scholarship?
scholarship, please, I don't get you.
How did you secure your scholarship? How did you secure a scholarship? How did you secure a
Secured
scholarship?
my I secured my scholarship upon submitting a competitive application after my admission.
Why the US and not your home country? Why do you want to study in the US and not your home country? Why the US and not your home country? It looks like Obed's network is very bad. Obed, can you hear me? It's off. Marcelo, are you ready? Can you mute yourself? Obed is back.
Hello, Joshua,
Your
please can you hear me? Sorry, I had a
Yeah,
call.
no problem. Um, why? How were you? How did you secure scholarship?
Yes, after submitting a competitive application with the College of Business. After admission, I was involved in an interview with the academic team, which had the dean of students present, who were impressed with my excellent academic background, earning a first-class degree in accounting, and also my work experience in accounting, as well as my career plan and my letters of recommendation I submitted.
Why the US and not your home country?
The US has proven The USA accountants have proven expertise regarding preparing consolidated financial statements because the US has the head offices of many businesses around the world. The accountants there are skilled when it comes to preparing consolidated statements. This would give me a better opportunity to prepare cross-border financial statements so that upon my return, I would be in a better position to help my institution, my NGO, and also our businesses in Ghana. The USA Masters in Accounting program are accredited by the association to Advanced Collegiate School of Business. Therefore,
Have you
it's
traveled outside the US?
masters.
Have you traveled outside the home country?
No, please, I've not been outside my home country before. This will be my first time.
Are you married?
I'm not married, please.
Do you have kids?
No, I do not have kids.
Do you know anybody in the US?
No, I do not know anybody in the US.
All right, thank you for coming.
Thank you, sir.
Um, any remarks about Obed's interview? I hope you can join us and give your remarks on Obed's, if he's doing well or his submissions are good. I think why this university, you mentioned about your scholarship, the school giving you scholarship, that's what you choose, which is a perfect point. But you need to be specific how much scholarship the school gave you. I chose the school because I've been awarded a $30,000
Okay.
scholarship. You just mentioned scholarship. You need to speak in figures. You need to speak in figures. I might even ask you,
Okay.
how are you going to even pay for your deficit? But maybe tomorrow we'll go for that. And so, guys, any other remarks and any recommendations?
I think there was an improvement. I noticed improvement in what he's doing, following
But he comes every day. He comes every day. So
following
if you're
the other.
serious, yeah,
Yeah.
if you're serious, you're gonna make it. Life, whatever is your dream, you can't tell me you have a dream and you are not practicing every day.
Hello,
Yeah.
sorry, Marcelo, please. I didn't hear you well. Hello, Marcelo. I didn't hear you. Sorry, I have to put my phone on do not disturb. Calls
Yeah,
are coming through. Please, can
I
I
said,
hear your remarks on my?
yeah,
Um,
I said there's been improvements with what I saw the last time of your interview. So it's just it. There's been improvements, really much. Now you're a lot more fluent.
okay, okay. Thank you.
Any other? Yeah. So I think basically you did well, and you just need to keep coming, and I think you should be fine. Your responses are great, and
Thank you. Yes.
let me go to one transcript. This interview was on 25th. American Fresh Lady interviewed this student, and the program is Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, and the sponsor is Ghana Scholarship Secretariat. That's Ghana Scholarship, and I'm grateful to go for the officer. We were the last candidates to be interviewed, and the officer waited until the American lady queue had one opening. We then moved me there, despite the Chinese ladies queue have a shortage of two. He later directed the candidates behind me to the Chinese lady queue, which she had denied 11 people already. He even remarked, "You are very lucky. Move you there. I moved you there." Hello, pass me your documents. Tell me about your program. Tell me about your program. BSc in computer science is a 4-year program, and visa officer cutting. Oh yeah, the visa officer cut. You see, I told you that there's no time. Visa officer, this person made 1 point and they cut her. It's a 4-year program. And the visa officer, how did you get this scholarship? How did you get this scholarship? I got it by delivery a top-notch performance. This visa officer cuts again. What do you do currently? I'm working as an IT visa officer cut again. I was thinking she was looking in my DS160 and asked which company and Cloud Edge Technologies. Okay, silent. And can I tell visa of cutting? I'll be approving your visa. And that was it. That's the interview. Simple. This interview is very simple. Why?
So does that mean whenever they cut in, the person is going on the right track, or
Yes. No. No. It doesn't mean the person's on the right track. No. It's when the visa officer cutting, mostly what they are looking for, they've gotten it, or maybe you're not making sense to them. It's two things. Oh yes, because even if that I'm saying, the major point you start, the key factors, you should start with it. So if you put the key factors below, and the person will say you are taking for the first 5 seconds, they're not making sense, they'll cut you. And they'll score you that you are not making sense in the question they ask. That's how they do. You understand? So make sure your first 3 points make sense. So it's two things. So if they cut you, doesn't mean that you're making sense. Sometimes they cut you, you're not making sense. That's why they cut you. Yes. And there's another transcript here. Cost of attendance is what? 42,000. And the deficit is 16. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If your deficit
Hello,
is,
George.
yeah.
Yeah, please. I want to find out when the viewers are looking at the I-20, how are they able to easily get the deficit? Do they look at your personal funds and like what you are adding up, or they calculate themselves?
You see, the moment you see the visa officer, they check two things. You see, on the left panel is your cost of attendance, and the total is there. 40 something.
For
And the next
example,
thing they go
my
and check.
I
Joshua,
20,
there's no light in
the
Ghana.
cost of attendance is like $43,000. And when you look at it,
Obed, your nothing is very bad, Obed.
Obed, come to Nigeria.
Today your network is very bad, Obed.
hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Maybe you should try and change your location because today your network is very, very bad.
No, it's raining here. That's why. So I'm saying that on the I-20, the left side is the cost of attendance. When
And the
when you
right
go
side
to
is
the right
your
side,
personal, your
yes, when you go
scholarship.
to the right side,
Uh-huh.
you see, let's say, personal funds and also scholarship.
Mhm.
The right side exceeds the left side.
No, they mostly look at the scholarship first because that's how deficit is calculated. Your cost of attendance minus scholarship. So the visa officer, they check two things: their personal funding and your sponsor. Maybe they will look at their family funding and your personal funding when they ask you how are you going to pay for what your deficit. Maybe that, but when they get your passport and your I-20, they look at your cost of attendance and your scholarship. That's what these are the two major things they check. Because as I said,
Oh, okay.
your deficit is equal to what? Cost of attendance, the left side minus your scholarship. So the moment the visa officer check and you don't have any scholarship, automatically they know that they're going to deny you. But because you've paid visa fee, they will try and ask you 2 or 3 questions. Let's face facts. But we've been going through transcripts. We've been going. Me, I'll face facts with you. I'll tell you the truth. If you have scholarship, your chances of getting a visa is high. And if you don't have, your chances is
But
very low.
Josh, Josh, this is my case. Scholarship is 50% of tuition fee. 50% of
So
tuition
at least
fee.
you got something. You even if you have 2,000 or 3,000, you got something. So the rest
Then
to
then
convince.
cost of attendance is like 26K. So when you add that half, it's amounting to 41K deficit. I don't know. Josh, do you spend up to 26K in a year?
No, that's what I'm saying. The visa officers, they are particular about your tuition. The tuition is much. That's why I went to the tuition waiver. They did not even ask me the cost of attendance. No, the living expenses, books, and health, because these are major basic things. You cannot tell me you come to America. If you want to sleep outside, that is your own cup of tea. And talking about books, health insurance, and my school health insurance is compulsory. You have to pay.
Yeah.
You have to pay. So that thing, and it doesn't cost much. That one thing that cost is the tuition. That really costs. And that's what the visa officer, that's what I'm saying, that the embassies are representatives of the US government. And the tuition
Yes.
goes to the government. So they are particular about their money, their tuition, their money that is coming to the government. The others, they don't care like that. You understand?
But would it make sense to say once you are asked about your deficit, you just talk about the remnant? For instance, tuition and fees is 30K, living expense is 26K, amounting to 56. But you have scholarship of half of 30K, which is 15K, which means you're to owe 15K for tuition, but there's still living expense that you've not covered. Would it not make sense if you are asked of your deficit, then you just concentrate on the tuition fee that is
Yes, you
15K
can
that
do
is
that.
left?
Yes, you can do that. You can do that. And even that one, it will be a smart way. Let them know that
Right.
it's the tuition that I'm being frank with you. They are there for the tuition. So if you tell them that you got in let's say cost of attendance is 20,000, no, your tuition is 20, and you got a scholarship of 10,000. So
Yeah.
the main deficit is what 10,000. So you can let them know I've been awarded a scholarship of 10,000, and my deficit of 10,000. Then yes, don't go and
So
put cost of
I
attendance,
think
everything
I
inside to
also
make
have a
your
question to
deficit
ask.
so big.
yeah, because aside that living expense, my this thing falls it just becomes 15K. Although Empower gave me 78,300, and I took that Empower when there was no scholarship. So along the line, scholarship came, and it finally got to they first gave 25, later it became 50. So, but I didn't tamper with the Empower. I just kept it there. Although I know once I get to school, I'll have to reduce it so that the interest I'm paying will reduce also. But it's
And
just
if you're getting scholarship, then you need to inform the school for them to update it on your I-20. You understand?
no,
Every
no.
that's what I'm saying. Every
The,
scholarship you get,
Yeah,
It should
yeah, it's on
reflect
the
on
I-20. Yeah, it's on the I-20. It reflected on the I-20. I had to request
it.
for I-20 3 times.
Yes, and if you are going with personal funding and empower, let when it comes to finance, this thing is about finances. Sikastem,
Yeah,
it's money.
major.
So if you're having a
Yeah,
personal fund and your sponsor's bank statement, let it reflect empower. Let it every details of the I-20 personal. If you have the personal statement, let it reflect every scholarship. It should reflect. If you got 3 scholarships, let all the 3 scholarships reflect on what on the I-20. I hope you guys are good. Yeah, so the next person, who is the next? Then after that, we take another transcript.
so I can also talk about the study leave that I got, right? Although the amount is not like it, just my regular salary will keep coming. That's just what I see from it. But there's no, I don't think there's any part for it on the I-20 now.
Come again, Marcelo.
I
Come again.
mean, I mean study leave, the letter of study leave, which
Yeah,
indicates that,
yeah. Come on.
yeah,
What's the
I,
question?
I just get to defend it with word of mouth, right?
No, you should go with the proof. What if the visa officer asks you, can you show any proof that you have a steady leave? We
Okay,
pay.
okay.
So
Yeah,
you need
yeah.
to, for me, I went with the letter. That will prove. But they
Okay,
did not ask. They did not ask. Both of my interviews I went, but did not ask at all. That's what US
okay.
is not a embassy that deals with documentation. You don't deal with it. So just build
But
your story. So even if you don't have it, just build your story and put it in. You understand? And when they
mm,
ask you just pretend as if you are accessing to your documents and you did not find it. Like you got to be smart. You see because this is an embassy that does not deal with what documentation. So just be smart and be confident. That's what you're looking for. America need confident and bold people who are bold, and that's it.
okay, please. Lastly, before I take the interview, if for instance now I have that loan, that student loan, and my brother has promised to take care of the interest while I'm in school. So once I graduate, I take over and continue the payment. Do I need to show his bank statement,
Yep. If
or
only the visa
I'll
officer,
still defend with word of mouth?
you defend word of mouth until the visa officer asks you, can I see it? If the visa officer has not asked you, don't give any document. That's the good advice
Okay.
you can take. When until the visa officer asks you, can I see a proof? Then you give it. If they've not asked, don't give them anything. Because if you don't ask them, you give. It might end up bringing extra questions, which you might not, you might find yourself wanting. So until visa officer asks you, bring this document, don't bring it at all. Okay.
All right. I think I can go now.
All right. So pass me your documents.
Here they are, officer. Good morning.
Good morning. What are you going to do in the US?
I'm going for my master's in information systems at the Northeastern University, located in Wynwood, Miami, the state of Florida.
Why did you choose this university?
Among the universities I applied to, Northeastern University, uh, I developed interest in Northeastern University following because I noticed from following my research that the academic program is a lot more structured than the others. For instance, they have an assisted way of ensuring experiential learning, whereby co-ops activities are taken by them, and then co-ops they tend to look for co-ops for their students, and with respect to their locations. And also during the semester you're supposed to apply for co-op, you just reach your co-op advisor and you get placed, other than going to look for a spot for yourself. Also, among their courses,
Did you apply?
among I beg your pardon.
How many schools did you apply to?
Okay, aside Northeastern University, I applied to UC Berkeley and also University of Minnesota.
Tell me about your program.
The the Master of Information Systems with concentration in smart contract and cryptocurrency is a blend of software engineering and business. And as I will be concentrating in the smart contract and cryptocurrency aspect of it, where I get to learn the rudiments of the smart contract business and also the regulation in the world. And with this knowledge, I tend to come back to Nigeria, where we are having a boom in the tech sector to be able to become established. Although I'll have to work for 2 years in my present company before I'll set out to to start my own business.
What will this program do for you? Or what are your plans after school?
So following the completion of this course, along the during my time of attending taking this course, I get to be well equipped as to what is happening with respect to smart contract, the blockchain, and the cryptocurrency. With that, these sectors are booming in the in Africa, particularly in Nigeria, which is the most populous nation. And with its adaptation, with this degree, I get well equipped as to how to properly abide by the regulations and to not differ from any of the laws stated presently.
What do you currently do?
At the moment, I'm a software engineer with Culture Technologies, where I work on front end, back end, and it's like a bit of mobile, although they are all in the web too. And for this,
How were you able to secure a scholarship?
okay, following my application, I also tendered statement of purpose with two professors, with a professor from my school and my administrative officer sending in their recommendation letter. Also, among the things I tailored to the admission unit was four of my applications that are on the App Store. So with this,
How did you hear about this university?
I got the knowledge of Northeastern University from a colleague whose sister had a nursing program there, and I was intrigued when I heard about the arrangement for co-ops because I'm someone that is always geared toward experiential learning. I tend to learn faster by doing. So being that they handle the co-op placement by themselves, I believe is a very nice fit for me compared to
Why do you
others.
want to study in the US and not your home country?
A degree, earning this master's degree from the US would equip me, would aside from it coming from the US, uh, a well placed environment. I Earning this degree in the US will allow me to be able to mingle with people of like minds from other continents, from where I get connected. Also, with this degree, I get equipped reasonably fine, being that the US and the smart contract business is majorly situated in the US, and all the I tend to follow through with all parts that are needed for me to be able to successfully start up my own business when I arrive in Nigeria after 2 years of sticking with my present company.
Know anybody in the US?
Okay, at the moment, sir, I don't know anyone in the US.
Are you married?
Any immediate family. I'm in a committed relationship, but for this visa, I'm not married.
Do you have kids?
No, I don't have kids yet.
All right. Thank you for coming. Guys, how do you see his interview? Is he
Hello,
speaking facts? Is he speaking
can
the
you hear me?
facts? I've been always asking students to go through my 16 questions.
Hello,
Is
Josh,
his
can you hear me?
responses good? Yeah, I can hear you, Kojo. You can speak.
I think he was a bit jittery in his answers. I don't know whether it's a problem with the network or whatsoever.
Okay, no, I don't think it's the network. It's not the network.
So for me, I think Marcelo, I think I don't know if you've gone through the 16 because you were speaking articulately, but for me, the points I need I'm not hearing those points. I am not feeling or hearing those points. That is why this officer will cut in. Once they hear what the points, I think that's why I said go through my 16 questions that this officer mostly has. There are points. There are points that you need to be talking about. You understand? But I mean, for me, I was not feeling it. Though you were speaking articulately fine, but my points, I need the point in them. And I talk about why this university, if you are awarded scholarship, you need to talk about the amount you were awarded. You need to talk about the money. See why this university talk about what makes the school stand out or that program in the school stand out among other schools in the state or even the whole of US. You can talk about the professor you're going to work with. You can talk about the research a bit, and also if you are awarded any graduate assistantship, you can talk about it. You understand? It's hard. Yeah, and you can even talk about all those stuff. So please, I need and this program. Tell me about the program. The program is what, a 16 hours or it's a 4-year program which consists of a 16. You can give the major points. All these are in my 16 questions and answers. You can get a jotter and a pen, go through them, and it's gonna help you. After this section, you can give these questions to somebody who's close to you to ask them. So this interview is not only join this section. You can join other section as well. You don't need to always be on my section. You can join and go there. Let them interview you. Even a day, you can join 3 different live stream. You can join them. You understand? And it's gonna help you yourself. You understand? It's gonna help you. So please try and get the right points I'm looking for, or not. I am looking for what the visa officers are looking for. Okay, and I think it's gonna help. So come back tomorrow. Come back stronger, and join every day. I think that one will be the great system.
All right, Josh. Thank you. Thank you for the analysis.
You're welcome. Any other person who would like to join us? Anyone? Anyone ready for the mock interview? If you're ready, unmute yourself. Okay, but before that, let me go through interview transcripts. Okay, this visa was approved. I think it's today. This is a fresh transcript. Accra Embassy approved. Cost of attendance is $62,000, and the funding is what, 60. Wow! And this is what I'm looking for. Cost of attendance is what, 62,000, and the scholarship was 60. So the deficit is what, just 1,900, and it's not even up to 2,000. You see, this is what I'm looking for. Ebenezer, this is how far the Lord has brought me. We did pray, in the show, NSP, DD, whatever, Alpha Hour, whatever. Please, if you are joining Alpha Hour, NS, what, and you are not training yourself, you will not get a visa. Forget about the prayers. If heaven help those who help themselves. You understand? Okay. My appointment was slated because I knew the trust. Hello, good morning. Pass me your I-20 and your passport. Here they are, please. Tell me about your program. It looks like recently they are asking to tell you about your program. So take note about that. Tell me, I'm going to pursue a fully funded PhD in civil and sustainable environment engineering at Arizona State University, which requires a completion of 114 credits. A visa officer cutting, because the visa officer have gotten that the program is a PhD, is fully funded, and it's what the credit hours. So these are the points the visa officer want to know. You can tell about your credit hours. You understand? And if the visa officer haven't cut you, you can go ahead and talk about what you can talk about the research you're going to do, the professor you're going to work with. These are, yes, it's also important. What's your research focus? That means your research focus. The research focuses on biogeotechnical soil stabilization technique for infrastructure resilience in Ghana. Vio cutting again because she has gotten the topic or what it focuses on. Tell me about your masters and bachelors. I do not have masters, but a bachelor of science in geological engineering from Kwame Nkrumah University of Science. Here you go, visa. Follow the procedure on the sheet, and the visa was approved. The visa was approved just easily, simple, and the story is beautiful. So you see, that's I always tell you that get good scholarship. If you have good scholarship,
Yeah,
visa officer will ask you a lot of questions.
I think I think it was all about the scholarship for this
Yes,
one. But I noticed fully funded is majorly coming
PhDs.
for PhDs.
Yes, PhDs are mostly fully funded.
I noticed
It's only
yeah, all the transcripts I've been seeing lately, any PhD doesn't even take up to a minute.
yeah, because I remember when I was applying, some of the professors they know I'm coming from Africa, and they all these people have perception Africa we are poor, we don't have money, so they will let me know that with a master's in chemistry you need to pay from your pocket. But if I want to do PhD, which is a research based, for that one they are going to what fully fund it. So so some of the schools have even chosen masters, but I did not want to submit my application. So I wanted to hear from professors before I submit my application. So, but most it's advisable that you hear from professors before you start with the application. And this is the trick that a lot of students, some people, oh, my friend applied to Georgia State, then he's also applying. We don't do it that way. Send code emails are the first step in the application process. Send code emails to more than 3,000 or whatever universities. There are 5,000 universities. Send code emails. You at least do it 200 universities. Get a jotter, write every school, and the professors you are sending the code emails to. That's what I was doing. So if this professor respond, if it's not good news, I cancel the name. If it's positive, I take it. You understand? Until this professor finally let me know that, oh, I'm going to assist you with what? A partial scholarship or what? A fully funded scholarship. So because of that, take this and that and that. You understand? So please, 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 make sure you are what? Sending code emails to hear from the professor that go ahead and apply to the school before you do it. Okay? And yeah, so that's how fully funded. So all these guys who are fully funded, they send code emails to professors, and the professors told them that they're going to give them fully funded before they went ahead to apply. But before that, the professor will take your transcript and see that you have a good grade. Or sometimes they take your CV. So the CV and your transcript, you can attach these two documents when you are sending code emails. So please, that's how people are. So the next person.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, okay. Pass me your documents. When is your interview?
July 17th.
I think Obes own to is July 17th. Then you guys will meet at the embassy. All the best. All the best.
Thank you.
Have you paid your service fee?
Yes, yes.
Okay, all those guys watching me, if not pay your service fee, just connect with me and let me assist you pay the service fee. And if you approve the visa to get your neck pillow from JC Consult, you be in the flight for, if your flight is a direct flight, I came with the Delta Airline, it's a direct flight, 11 hours. You're gonna strain your neck. That is why JC Consult, we care about you, we love you, so we like to get you what a neck pillow to be comfortable around your neck so that you don't strain your neck. All right. So what are you going to do in the US?
I'm going to pursue a master's in engineering management for 2 years. This program is going to equip me with the necessary skills to be able to.
Why this university?
First of all, it was recommended by my boss, and upon my research, I realized that the school do not only focus on academically, but also they try to bridge the gap between students and the industries. Therefore, students at the end of their programs become well equipped and ready for the job market after completion.
How many schools did you apply to?
I applied to 2 schools: Campbellsville University, which is in Kentucky, and then Catholic University of America, which is in Washington, D.C. And I settled on Catholic University of America, Washington, D.C. because the course modules for the program of engineering management perfectly aligns with the next.
Oh, his network is bad, but he's back. Hello, Kwaju, can you hear us? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me too?
Yeah, I can hear you. So
Can
tell
we
me
take?
about your program, or why did you choose this program?
Okay, so currently my company is considering expanding to other parts of the country, and therefore there is a need for a project engineer. And I chose Catholic University because it has a program of engineering management, and the course modules perfectly align with the role of a project engineer, which I will be assuming after my graduation from school. I have to continue, eh? It's my first interview. I don't know, but
It's your
I have to.
first, no problem.
This is my
Okay,
first. This is my
that's
first.
all right. So we're gonna go through and see if your responses are great. All right. So what would this program do for you, or what are your plans after school?
After successfully completing my master's degree program, I'll be returning to assume the role of a project engineer in my current company. They have shown interest in this role, and because they are expanding to other parts of the country, there is a need for the role of a project engineer, and they have shown interest in this program, and have also given me a steady leave with an allowances of $700 every month to be able to focus on my education and then come back after completion to take up the role
What do you
to
do
help
for a
the
living?
company develop.
What do you do
I'm a
for a living?
mechanical engineer with I'm a mechanical engineer with niche cocoa processing industries. We are into processing of raw cocoa into finished products like chocolate, cocoa powder, cocoa liquor, and cocoa butter.
Why the US and not your home country? Why did you choose the US and not your home country?
I chose the US because most of the schools in the United States of America tend to bridge do not only focus on academic goals, but also try to bridge the gap between students and industries, thereby making students well equipped and ready for the job market. And after completion, most of the students from United States of America become highly competitive on the job market. And that's the main reason why I chose this school. I'm fumbling a little.
Don't worry, it's your first time. Here we don't look down upon anybody. We believe everything takes time to build yourself. So don't worry about it. How were you able to secure a scholarship? Anyway, do you
Okay.
have a scholarship? Do you have scholarship?
Yes, I have a scholarship of $8,200 in the first
So
year.
how were you able to secure that scholarship?
Okay, so upon successful application for a scholarship, I I I had an interview with Dennis Five. Sorry.
No, I've not seen anything.
Okay, I had an interview with Dennis Fiver, which I was able to um eh, I was able to convince him with the skills I have acquired after my bachelor's degree, and also I explained to him my statement of purpose, and I was considered for this scholarship.
So how are you going to pay for your deficit? Or who's your sponsor?
Okay, so I've secured a loan from Empower, a loan of 26,000 US dollars, and I have a deficit of 18 and a scholarship of $8,200 from the school. and I have a deficit of $15,000, which my senior brother Adam Donko, who works with Ghana Revenue Authority and earns between $50,000 to $60,000 annually, will be helping me with $5,000. And for the remaining $10,000, I have a personal savings of $25,000, which will suffice for that.
Do you know anybody in the US?
No, please.
Have you traveled outside the home country?
No, please. I've never traveled outside my country.
Are you married?
Yes, I'm married with a lovely son.
Okay. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Bro, what I'm going to tell you is that just go to my channel, JC Consult, and go to my videos. I've made a video, 16 questions visa officers mostly ask. Get a pen and a jotter. If you write the first question, then you answer it. You write the second question, you answer it to suit you. You can also go through your statement of purpose to help you answer the questions. But also watch the video, because with the video, I explained each question what the visa officer would like to hear.
Okay.
You understand? You see, even me that I'm interviewing you. You see, I have a jotter and I'm writing. You see, whatever you are telling me, I need to. You know, Kojo is back. So whatever questions I'm asking you, even me that I'm not going for interview, I'm just asking you questions. I'm jotting your weak points so that we can work on it, so that you'll be better version. So imagining you that you were a student. So mostly I tell that if you come for the interview, get a pen and jotter. Whatever remarks or criticism that comes, just write it down, correct it. The next time you come, so that you don't repeat it. So bro, get a jotter. Write all the 16 question answers. Well, you understand?
Okay.
And train yourself, go through them severally. And even if we are done with this live stream, you can give the same jotter to somebody who's close to you, your wife, whatever. Or even if your child can go through and ask you, you can give it to your son or whatever to ask you the questions. Or if you have a friend who is also going for the interview, you guys can call each other. You understand? So
yes.
see, the more you are training yourself, the more you become confident. You become perfect. You understand? Yes. So go through the questions, and if your responses are not as what you've written, that means you need to correct yourself, go through it, read it, put the book aside, or you can even stand in front of the mirror and be asking yourself. So the responses you give, if you go through the jotter and that's not exactly what you've written, that means there's more room for improvement. Keep correcting us, and that's how you're gonna train yourself to be very confident, because US Embassy give good score or approve your visa when you know what you're about and you have a very good story.
Yeah.
You understand? It's the story and how you are going to come together and speak, and how confident, and how the story is making sense. And the story can make sense to the visa officer when you are speaking the facts the visa officer wants to hear. And the facts has been put in a video on my channel. Go through it, get a jotter, write them, and tomorrow join us, same time, 7 p.m. GMT. And I'm sure it's gonna be 8 p.m. in Nigeria. Marcelo, what time is it now in Nigeria? Yeah, so that's how. So, bro, go through it. Tomorrow, come again.
Yeah,
Make
it's
sure.
about 9:15.
Sorry?
It's about 9:15. 9:15.
9:15.
9:15.
Okay, that means you are leaving Ghana by 1 hour. Because I'm sure by now Ghana is 8:15.
Yes.
Okay.
Ghana
so
is
Nigerians,
8:15.
Our own is +1.
Yeah, so Nigeria, you can join us tomorrow, 8 p.m. And Ghana is gonna be 7 p.m. and the US is gonna be 3 p.m. So guys, Kojo, thank you for coming, and your responses were not bad. I know it's your first time, and here we don't beat anybody, we don't criticize you or make you feel bad. No, we are all learning. For me, I remember my first time, I got so bad. I felt so bad. I was like, no, I'll come back strong. So I went to get my daughter, and I wrote it. That's why I'm also telling you, because it's something I have done practically, and today I'm here in the US. It helped me. That is why I am recommending it to you as well. All
Yeah,
right.
George,
So,
George, please. I want clarity with one particular question.
okay.
The question of the funding.
Mhm.
With me, my cost of attendance is $49,125,
Okay.
and then I've secured an Empower loan of almost $26,000.
How much? 26.
$26,000, yes.
Okay.
And a scholarship of $8,200 from the school.
Okay. So you
And
are still
so I
left with
have
20,000, 20,000 deficit.
no, I'm not sure it's 20,000. I think
Oh, I think it should be less than that. Okay, so
between
49
yeah
minus 26 minus 3, right?
no 8,000. The scholarship is $8,200. 8,000.
Oh, I had 3,000.
Sorry, $8,200.
So, okay, so you yourself, how much is your deficit?
So I have a deficit of almost $15,000.
After the Empower and everything. So why didn't you allow Empower to cover? Why didn't you take more money from Empower and you went to get 26,000?
Yeah, so I have a personal savings which is quite okay for the deficit, which is $25,000, and I didn't want to burden myself a lot with loans when
Oh,
I've
so that
saved.
means you are going with the personal funding as well.
Yes, I'm going with the personal funds, and also my senior brother has opted to support me with $5,000. So I want to know how I'm going to, arrange this.
But is all what you're saying, is it reflecting the I-20?
So it's in the I-20 that I will be taking care of $10,000,
Mm-hmm.
and then the Empower together with my brother will be taking care of $30,000. That's
Mm-hmm.
what is stated in the I-20, and then a scholarship of $8,200.
Then that's perfect. So everything in the I-20, that's how you are going to put it in a story form and tell the visa officer, and you should be fine. And whatever information you are giving, you need to speak in numbers. My, I was awarded a scholarship of this amount of, let's say, $8,000 scholarship. My deficit of, then you mentioned it, will be catered for by Empower with the amount of what you mentioned, the amount $26,000 from Empower, and as well as my brother in a person of this, who is into this, will be also sponsoring me amount of this. After that, then finally, you can say finally,
Okay.
I've been working over the years and I have personal savings of what this amount, and that's what I'm also going to use. So I think if you can put your story well, you can be approved. You can be
Okay.
approved because you have sponsor and you are sponsoring yourself plus Empower. So at the end of the day, there's no way you wouldn't be able to pay the fees because there are a lot of what strong force behind you to pay your fees. So for
Yeah.
you, situation, if you have a strong point, you will be approved. So please get and this is like my 8th or 9th live stream. Try and be watching the other ones because
Okay.
I've spoken about the Empower thing and how you're going to repay back the loan. Please kindly watch today. I'm going to
Okay.
end in this session and so you are the student. You need to do more research. Watch
Sure.
my
Sure.
videos, the 16 questions after that. Watch the other live stream I've done, and learn what you've learned. You put in your what in the jot. Then tomorrow you come strong and let's take it from there. Okay.
All right. All right. Thank you very much, Josh.
All right, you're welcome. Let me go through the last interview transcript and we're gonna end it. The cost of attendance is $42,000 Accra, Ghana, and the deficit was 16. See, deficit is what just that's what I'm saying. If your deficit is from 19 to like $1, it's better than 25, 30 deficit. Yeah. So why are you going to the US? I am going to pursue a master's degree in early childhood education with a concentration in special need education at East Tennessee State University in Johnston City in Tennessee State. This degree will certainly enable me to continue to make special impact in children's life. Who will be paying for this deficit? My husband will be paying for his the video cutting. I am approving your visa. Take this sheet, collecting on the DHL, blah, 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 blah. You will deliver it to your address. Thank you. Very simple. You see, if you have good scholarship and your deficit, you see, the visa officer did not even allow her to finish that. My husband will be sponsoring me the amount of he does this and does that. My husband believe in me. There's no time because there are a lot of people in the queue. So you see why it's always great to get scholarship. So if you apply to 4 schools and none of them is giving you good scholarship, don't rush and pay visa fee and go. No, wait. Either apply for spring or fall the following year. Get scholarship. Until you get scholarship, don't apply for visa. That's the advice I can give you. Until you get good scholarship and your deficit will be low, don't apply. Okay, that's advice I can give you. So guys, thank you for coming. We spent 1 hour 20 minutes today. I'm not going to talk much. I have other stuff doing. I need to work on it. So thank you guys for coming. If you have not subscribed, subscribe to this channel so that anytime I'm live or sending, you'll be notified with any post I make. Okay. Thank you, and all the best to those who are going to have their interview this week. If you have your interview, if you know anybody who is going for their interview, share this link with them. Let them know that tomorrow we are coming here live and we're going to train ourselves. And we are hoping that everybody, JC Consult is in to reduce the number of denials in Africa and as well as what other parts of the world. So guys, my main and my vision and my purpose is to make sure you get your visa. And that's why I'm here. Or to reduce what? The visa denials. That is why we are here to help you guys spend time with you so that you can get your visa approved. So guys, thank you very much for coming. See you tomorrow. Share this video with other people and subscribe. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.